The Boötes Void is a spherical dead zone in space, measuring 330 million light-years across, characterized by an almost total absence of galaxies. Imagine taking our entire Milky Way galaxy and dropping it dead in its center. This simulation shows what would happen to our view from Earth. We would still see the individual stars inside our own galaxy, but everything beyond our immediate neighborhood would vanish into darkness. Because of the immense distances involved, this emptiness would have severely delayed human astronomy. With early 20th century telescopes, scientists looking up from the center of the Boötes Void would not have detected a single neighboring galaxy until the 1960s. Our geographic location dictates what we perceive as the truth. Had humanity evolved inside that darkness, we'd have built our entire model of physics around the assumption that our lonely galaxy was the entire universe. But we did not evolve in a void. Earth sits inside the Laniakea supercluster, a densely packed, bustling metropolitan region of space housing roughly 100,000 galaxies. This animated scale model maps the observable universe, zooming out to reveal its full diameter of 93 billion light-years. At this immense scale, the superclusters form bright branching structures. Yet, looking closely at the negative space in this model reveals that the vast majority of this volume is entirely empty. Giant gaps like the Boötes Void dominate the physical architecture of the cosmos. The brilliant star-filled night sky we see is a geographic illusion. We live in a crowded anomaly within a universe constructed mostly out of nothing at all. Matter in the universe is not spread out evenly. Instead, it clumps together into long, intersecting threads known as the cosmic web. This photograph shows what happens where these threads intersect. They form massive gravity wells, pooling together into galaxy clusters packed tightly with light. The extreme result of this gathering is IC 1101, a supergiant elliptical galaxy, an enormous, oval-shaped collection of stars so large that its diffuse halo of light extends outward to a radius of 2 million light-years. It achieved this massive size through a violent mechanism. Over billions of years, IC 1101 continuously cannibalized and absorbed dozens of its neighboring galaxies, pulling their stars into its own mass. The cosmic web operates as a zero-sum game. To build hyperdense nodes like IC 1101, gravity must evacuate the surrounding space, actively carving out the giant voids in the process. To understand how this sorting process began, we have to look back to the first fractions of a second after the Big Bang. The early universe contained quantum fluctuations. These are microscopic, random variations in energy density that naturally exist at the subatomic scale. During cosmic inflation, the rapidly expanding universe physically stretched microscopic subatomic gaps into macroscopic regions of empty space. Over 13.8 billion years, gravity pulled matter away from the emptier regions toward the denser borders to form modern filaments. Those terrifying 330 million light-year dead zones are actually perfectly preserved, scaled-up fossils of microscopic quantum noise. In the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe is actively expanding. The physical consequence of this expansion is that the voids are actively inflating. As they grow, they push the glowing filaments of the cosmic web further and further apart. Projecting this expansion into the deep future reveals a mathematical certainty. Eventually, the space between galaxy clusters will expand faster than the speed of light. The scenario of a solitary galaxy stranded in the Boötes Void is not a hypothetical thought experiment. It is the inevitable destiny of every galaxy in the universe. Our current, star-filled night sky represents a temporary, fleeting moment in the timeline of the cosmos. Trillions of years from now, any beings looking up from their home planet will see the exact same pitch-black, isolated sky from our initial simulation. The life cycle of the cosmos is a one-way progression. It was born from microscopic noise, organized into a web of light, and expanding into permanent, isolated nothingness. The crowded night sky is an expiring privilege. Look at the stars while they are still there, because the universe is returning to the dark.